A truck is entering the quarantine area. The driver asks the person what's going on. The agency says chemical has leaked nearby biocomplex, while in disbelief, government agent said something has by the truck. He found an elk dead, but he just left after seeing it. An elk, which was road-killed, stood up. It seems there is no black part of ice left. I'm going to introduce train to Busan. Seoul is a person who holds a team leader position in a securities firm. He suddenly asks his subordinates what children like these days. And Seoul gives a present to his daughter at home. He figured out she already has the same one, since he was so absorbed in his work that he couldn't pay any attention to his daughter. Suan, young daughter of Seoul, made a wish that she wants to go to Busan where her mother is. The father and the daughter go to Seoul station heading to Busan to meet her mother. High school baseball teams are also in the train. The girl seems interested in the boy. Seoul told his subordinates to give work instructions and told him that he will arrive before lunchtime. Just before the train departed, a strange girl got on the train. She doesn't look well. Suan felt something happen outside the train station and looked at Seoul, who is already asleep. The ill-looking girl kept saying sorry and very sorry in the bathroom. A passenger told the train crew that there is a strange person in the bathroom. The train crew opened the bathroom door, but there was only a homeless person shivering inside. The girl, walking through an aisle, trembling head to foot, fell down at the end of the train compartment, and the crew tried to help her. While calling her senior because she doesn't think she can help with her own strength, the girl stood up herself. The beaten train crew doesn't seem to have reason anymore. One of the crew is telling passengers to evacuate quickly. Seoul comes out to find his daughter because he can't see her. On the way, he saw people running away after something. While evacuating people, the train crew becomes zombie and chase people to bite. Seoul hurriedly grabbed his daughter and ran. A pregnant wife Sung-kyung complains it is too noisy outside and found the situation outside is chaotic. Sung-kyung and Sang-hwa couple is about to come in. Seoul blocked the couple. Finally, he opened the train door, but Sang-hwa distrusted Seoul, who almost made a damn zombie. The train, which was supposed to go to Cheonan Asan Station, stops at Daejeon Station due to circumstances. Found the train station is already paralyzed by a zombie. After seeing there is nothing at Daejeon Station, they got off carefully. So the high school baseball team, Seoul Suan family, Sang-hwa and Sung-kyung couple tried to get out of the station, but they are heartily welcomed by the infected soldiers. They tried to go back to the train station, getting through the zombies. Seeing a zombie rushing to Suan, Seoul ran to save his daughter, but was barely saved by Sang-hwa just before being beaten. They just closed the station doors to stop zombies. Sung-kyung found the train where she was about to go was full of zombies. And she just got into the train. They were able to block zombies by closing the train station door, but as the zombies pushed it on endlessly, the door eventually broke and they ran to the original train they used. They just got on a train, but they were separated with their families. Seonggyung and Suan are among zombies at 13th compartment, while Seok and Sanghwa are in the 9th compartment. Seogu, Sanghwa and baseball guys decided to go together to save her trapped people as soon as the tunnel is over. And they moved forward, defeating zombies one by one. Zombies appeared to rely on sight and hearing. They threw a cell phone to lure zombies elsewhere. Eventually, they met again in the 13th car. Yong-seok, who is told that her friend is still coming alive, and tried to persuade people who are in the safe place, but he went mad and refused to allow them to come in. They moved again using the darkness of the tunnel. Then when the tunnel passes and brightens again, they hurriedly hid themselves. They finally arrived at a nearby safe place, but people inside shut the door closed and did not allow them. While he was blocking the zombies, one of them bit Sanghwa. Seogu quickly hit the zombie on the face and shaked it off, but he's already bitten. Sanghwa knew he's already infected and told companions to leave him behind. Looking at the selfish people who only wants to survive for themselves, one old lady looked dejected. Seogu asked why they did that. They would save Sanghwa if they just had opened the door. Yong-seok and the crew tried to kick them away, asking how they are sure that they are not infected, and people also said nothing about his argument. People who let them go and locked the doors. An old lady saw them being selfish and she decided to do something mad. And she opened the train door to welcome zombies. Watching them beaten inside, young daughter Suan asked to his father if he will stay with her until the end. Usually this sort of cliche is not good. The train captain announced on the air says he will find a variable train on the leftmost track because the train they use is blocked in front. Seogu says Busan should still be safe. The homeless person, Seogu, Seonggyung, and a high school couple go outside together. The captain found a train that is available to run. When the train stops, Yong-seok told the crew to leave first. Then he pushed hard to distract zombies' eyes and ran away quickly. The train caused collisions and collapsed the tracks. A long-life Yong-seok pushed high school girl away this time and again escaped from zombies. Infected girl now became a zombie and bit his boyfriend. In the meantime, Seogu had fainted by the train collision, woke up and saw zombies in the train. The train captain tried to save Yong-seok is also bitten by zombies, and the homeless person sacrificed himself to help Seonggyung and Suan survive. Seonggyung, Suan, and Seogu ran hard for a moving train, and zombies chased after them. Zombies followed the train to the end and eventually got out. They thought they are saved, but found Yong-seok is on the train too, and worse, he was already bitten by a zombie. He says he's afraid and murmuring, and eventually he lost his mind and became a zombie. Then he charged Seogu in front of him. When he lost his balance and fell down while fighting with Yong-seok, he immediately changed the target and went for Suan and Seonggyung. And Seogu threw himself to stop him and bitten by Yong-seok while struggling. He successfully wrapped himself around the chain and threw himself and Yong-seok out of the train. He was just able to survive by the chain and climbed up exhausted. Seogu looking at his bitten hand by Yong-seok and preparing for the end. Eventually, he was able to say goodbye to his young daughter. And sent her Busan by throwing himself from the train. You watch it, Train to Busan. Train to Busan is a story that people are struggling to survive in a train among spreading virus by biting one another. The film won the Blue Dragon Awards, which is given to the largest number of audiences watching on the year. Around 11 million people watch it on its own country, Korea. The first series of Train to Busan is an animated film, Seoul Station. It is dealing with the story of how the zombies has started in Korea. Now you know the second is Train to Busan, so the third series directed by Mr. An is Peninsula. It's dealing with the story of 4 years later after the day of Train to Busan was released in 2020s. So this is the end of our review of Train to Busan. We will continuously upload reviews of Korean films. If you subscribe our channel, we will promise you to visit with full of fun.